Okay, I believe we're live, so welcome to anyone who's watching out there. Sorry for the issues in getting this broadcast going. If you are watching, welcome to GPVWC's broadcast of the Formula Challenge.
All non-essential personnel leave the grid now.
Sorry about that, just waiting for the gentleman to finish announcing the race. Welcome to the GPVWC's live broadcast of Formula Challenge Abu Dhabi. My co-commentator tonight, Liam Jenkins, is having a few issues at the moment. Hopefully he will be able to join us and actually see the race. I'll guide you through the grid in a second when we go to it. The race is 14 laps. Sorry for the rush start again, I'm just trying to get used to it myself because we've had a lot of technical issues so far tonight. Thank you to Lewis as well for doing the cameras, he saved me a job. So as you can see, the grid's starting to line up now, and we'll take you through it on the long formation lap. Long circuit this, the Abu Dhabi circuit. Very long circuit indeed. I think it's one of the longest circuits on the calendar, nearly 2-minute lap here today, so only 14 laps, so it's still going to be a very long race for the drivers, and the track temperature is very high, which is also going to make it critical for tyre wear. So we need to watch out for the people struggling towards the end of the stints. I presume it'll still be 0 stops in these sprint races, but we might see some guys at the end struggling with high tyre wear. So anyway, David Fiddick took a pole position. I believe he's about 2 or 3 tenths in front of Gaxella in second position. Then in third place it's Cantonen. Take a full view of this. Oskari Cantonen in third position. And then we have Florian Gaia, who's moved to Simming as well, I've noticed, instead of Ben Warren, up in 4th position, doing a good job straight away. Adrian McNaughton stronger than his recent run of races, in 5th position for Storm Racing. Then we have Ben Warren in 6th position for his new team, Multi 21. Dewey Tapper 7th, Sven de Vries, Matt Klipp and Ari Nyman round out the top 10. Matt Klipp doing a great job actually in 9th position. Then we've got Thomas Jacobs, Hansko Mebius, Scott Beresford, Paul Joseph, Mikko Jakinen, that's up to 15th position. And a quick shout out for Lewis McGlade in 16th position, doing a great job there for Backmarker Brigade. Terence Gresh, Cameron Brewster, and then we have Franklin Stegging, Chris Butcher in 20th position. Mike Bell and Ben Hackerson for Viking Racing, and then we have another double team behind, that's Bruno Souza Ferreira with Franz Scheider in 24th position. Then we have Floria Carlin, Jose Freeman, Riku Sarpiller, Simon Smith for the other Backmarker Brigade team in 28th position, Jonathan Aseklint for Optimum Racing, Dennis van der Schalk in 30th position. Then we have Theo van der Brink, James Wilson, who's been complaining heavily in practice about the amount of tyre wear he's getting, so he could be one of the guys we see him having to do a pit stop today. Then we have Arkites Rates in 33rd position, Fran Lopez, and someone's just left the game there unfortunately. We have Fran Lopez in 34th position, and that rounds out our 34 cars for today's race. So I'm not quite sure if Liam's sorted yet, but we'll give him a shout.
It's barely working. I'm not too sure how long it will stay there.
Yeah, unfortunately Liam's having a few issues there, so hopefully he can join us for this race. I believe he can see this picture. Okay, we're still live? Okay, we are still live, sorry about that. Yeah, not sure if we were live there for a second, but the guy's coming around the final corner now. Still a big field today. Not my most favourite circuit in the world is the Abu Dhabi circuit. I've been struggling this week myself with testing, and I know a few other guys have as well, so it's a very difficult circuit, a lot of off-camber corners, which makes it very difficult to put the power down on exits. And I'm very surprised to see the temperatures. The track temperature at the current moment is 44 degrees, which is extremely high. We don't often see it that high. So it's going to be a real challenge today for the drivers to do basically a 0-stop race and be competitive throughout the entire race. So basically looking after your tyres is also a must. You can't just go charging into the first lap and put in a belt in first lap. You've got to look after the tyres. And the race is just about to begin. The final car's coming into position at the rear now. Quite a long formation lap, as you saw, nearly 3.5 minutes that took. And I believe the lights are about to come on. Here we go, that's 1 light, 2 light, 3 light, 4 light, 5 lights. Pause, and we're away. Fiddick makes a good start, a great start actually. Gaxella makes a very poor start. Cantone gets into second position. Gaia's coming down the inside of Gaxella as well, and that happens, he gets into third position. So Gaia into third, Gaxella into fourth. Is there any collisions at the back? Let's have a look. So far it's pretty clean, a few taps and that's about it really. We get a clean start, great start to the Grand Prix here. Fiddick in the lead from Cantone in second, Gaxella third, Gaia fourth. Under pressure from Zenders Free, he's in fifth position. Where's Gaxella gone? Gaxella is, he's third, sorry, he's repassed Gaia, so We didn't. Well, you might have seen that on the broadcast. I didn't see it myself, but Gaia lost out to Gaxella there, who knew he had to get off, because you can see FedEx already opening up a leader down the back straight. And Dewey Tapper up to 6th as well. I believe he's 11th on the grid, so he's made a great start, and he's in the slipstream of De Vries in front, looking for a way past, who's also in the slipstream of Gaia in front in the Cement car, and he's going to get 3 wide into the corner. Tapper takes 2 positions in one manoeuvre, does he? De Vries tries to fight back on the outside, doesn't quite work, but Tapper looking very competitive early on, but again, be careful, you've got to look after these tyres, guys. Looking further down the field to see if anything changed. Got Ben Moore in his 7th position. He had a poorish start. The Multi 21 is currently looking at the back of Florian Gaia as Tapper and De Vries go side by side. Tapper trying to make something of it, doesn't quite work out. Then behind we've got McNaughton in 8th, who had a poor start. Beresford up to 9th position, good start for him. Nyman in 10th. Where's Matt Clip? Matt Clip's gone down to 12th position. Just looking down for Lewis McGlade as well, who I was also mentioned in practice, doing a good job in 16th position. He's held this position off the line. Let's have a look further back through the field. James Wilson up to 25th by having a big tussle there with... and there's been a collision there between Hackerson and that's them two out of the race. I think that was Hackerson, yeah, Hackerson off there, lost his front wing. Only one retirement so far, and that's Franz Schneider who's left the game, not quite sure why. I don't think he got off the line actually, so anyway, the first lap complete, we come across the line, it's David Fiddick leading, Cantoni in 2nd place, already a 1.2 second gap, then Gaxella 2.6 further behind. De Vries, and then we have Tapper in 5th position, Florian Gaia in 6th, Ben Warren under pressure from Scott Beresford has moved up to 8th position. Beresford's looking for the cut back and he's going to do it, he's going to get the inside for the next left-hander, and Beresford moved into 7th position, so great start for Scott Beresford to this race. We have Ben Warren, McNaughton and Nyman in 10th position with Jacobs just on the back of this. Jacobs looking down the outside of Nyman and does it, he takes 10th position, sorry, but Nyman's got the inside for the next corner. And it works out for him, so Nyman retrieves that 10th position, and we've got Jacobs and Matt Clip just behind. Matt Clip got a big gap behind him actually, sorry, Mebius in 30th, got a big gap behind to Butcher, who's just received a stop go penalty I believe. I'm not quite sure why that's happened, but obviously some sort of foul play gone on there. Tapper trying to take De Vries, and he's done it round the outside, so De Vries loses out and goes behind Tapper now for 5th position, but he's back in the slipstream. Looking to take the position back, he's got Gaia just behind as well, so he's got to be careful, but Tapper needs to go defensive because De Vries is right behind him and he's giving him the inside and De Vries takes it, but yeah, Tapper should have gone defensive there. He'll give him the gap and he's taking it, so Tapper did have the 4th position, but he's giving it back straight away. A bit of contact there on the exit of the corner, a lot of contact on the exit actually, and that's going to give Gaia the run behind. Can Gaia make anything of it? No, he can't. So far he just sits in watching because these two are having a right old go at each other at the moment. Cantona's taken a lot of time out of Fiddick on this lap actually. The gap was 1.2 seconds up to 1.7 in the middle sector, but Fiddick's had a mistake in the final sector somewhere, not quite sure where, and Cantona comes around the final corner and he's now within striking distance. He's now, it's going to be less than a second that, yeah, 0.6 of a second, but Gaxella in 3rd, 52.4. We're hearing he went wide on the corner under the tunnel. Thank you to Lewis for that. But Gaxella in 3rd sets the fastest lap on a 52.4, which was a lot faster than the cars in front. So Gaxella once again looking good in the race pace. We saw this a few times in the last few races where Fiddick can take the pole position with stunning lap times, but in the race he can't match Gaxella's ability to string in consistent lap times and look after his tyres. And we see Fiddick sometimes bolt off at the beginning like we've seen today and then struggle from about lap 4 or 5 onwards. So let's see what happens today, as De Vries and Tapper are going to be side by side again down the back straight. Gaia keeping a watching brief in 6th position. Tapper should be in front of De Vries by rights, but he led him back by pretty much, and they're going to go side by side, wheel to wheel. Look at this. Reminds you of Senna and Mansell back in 1991 Spain. Down the outside Tapper, he did this lap before. De Vries goes in slightly too deep now. Tapper will have to run off the corner. There he goes, he gets the better run off the corner, so he's got the slipstream, but I'm sure De Vries will go to the inside to try and defend. And no, once again, someone else who seems reluctant to defend his position. De Vries has got that 4th position, but Tapper's going to be down the inside. This is almost a replay of the lap before, but in different cars, and Tapper will take that 4th position quite happily. Oh, will he? Because De Vries is trying to fight back. He should have the inside. Oh, and there's contact, and that's Tapper off. That was never going to work for De Vries there. I think De Vries is waiting for Tapper as well by the looks of it. It was never going to work, because the curb on the inside launches the car, and there he does. De Vries does the gentleman thing and waits for Tapper. And will he let him pass? Yes, he does. So That's what we like to see. Even though he's made the mistake, he's accepted that and he's moved on from that, and he's let Tapper back past. So good driving there from De Vries, although the accident should never have happened in the first place, to be fair. So up front, the 3 leaders all in shot coming through the final corner. Let's check the lap times this time by. Fiddick does a 52.5, Cantona does a 52.9, Gaxella 52.6, so it's all pretty close up front. All very close up front actually. Cantona was the slowest of the 3, but he's still in there in second position. Lost 3/10 to the lead of that lap. Nyman back up to 5th, done a great job. Nyman has come through into 5th position. He was down in 9th at the beginning, but he's done a good job there. Lewis McGlade up to 11th position, that's awesome for Lewis. Just a shout out, the main reason I'm shouting out for Lewis, he's done a lot of favours for me in the last few weeks, very much appreciate that, and it's great to see him up there racing with the top guys. And he's currently in front of Chris Butcher in 12th position, who I still believe he's yet to serve his stop go, so Lewis effectively is in a solid 11th position, just off the outside of the top 10, which is currently Hansco Mebius, who's in 10th position for the Smarty Car, as we like to call it, WCS Racing. He's in the slipstream of Matt Clipp, who's in 9th, Ben Warren 8th, Sven de Vries 7th, Harry Neiman in 6th, Dewey Tapper in 5th position, and a big gap now to Florian Geyer in 4th. Gaxella, who's now right on the back of Cantona, and looking for a way past. He can see Fiddix holding his own up front at this moment in time. Not going to look down the inside there, surely no he doesn't. He gives him a slight jink to say I'm here, but I'm sure Cantona can see him in his rear view mirrors. But they're still both hanging on to Fiddick, who despite in qualifying looked really quick, can't pull away at the moment. And Tapper's off in 5th, not quite sure why, but Tapper's spun in 5th. He's going to pull right on the back into the track, and I don't believe that. I cannot believe what's just happened in front of me. He's just taken Lewis McGlade's front wing off. So Dewey Tapper has just spun round into the track, really inconsiderate, not looked at anyone who's coming in his way, and he's taken Lewis McGlade's front wing off, and Lewis really didn't deserve that there, unfortunately. So Dewey Tapper will probably receive some sort of penalty for that, I would have thought, because that was very careless. And Lewis will have to pit for a new front wing, unfortunately, and that's going to wreck his race. So a shame there for Lewis, who was going very well. He was actually he's actually in the top 10 until that happened. Looking further down the order, just going to check. We'll just check on the leaders quickly, but Cantona's still in second position from Gaxella, and Fiddick's still leading by 1.2 seconds. Geyer in a solid 4th position. We've got De Vries and Neiman and battling for 5th position, but I'll just check quickly down the field, see what's happening for you. Again, apologies if I'm struggling to keep up with this. I am currently on my own doing this, so it's pretty difficult with such a big field. There's still no other retirements. We've still got Frank Schneider's the only retirement in the race, so that's pretty good driving. Scott Beresford down to 33rd position, which is a big shame for him because he was right up, so he's had some problems obviously in the second or third lap. Didn't quite see what happened to him, but Cantona's under pressure now from Gaxella. Cantona, will he go defensive? No, he doesn't need to, because he's got superior straight line speed to Gaxella, and Gaxella can't get past him in a straight line, so that's going to be interesting. I don't know if we saw that, but I was on board with Gaxella there for a second, and he was basically topping out before he even got to top speed. So yes, we did see that apparently, but these guys are still matching the times that Fiddick is posting. So they're not catching him, but not losing time. But I'm sure Gaxella, if he could get past Cantona, could lap a lot faster and probably close that gap. And this is a good opportunity. He's closed right up again in the middle sector. Just got to pretty much ace these chicanes now. He's got a good run off the corner, but I don't think he'd be close enough. Cantona's got really good straight line speed, so I think if Cantona could get anywhere near Fiddick, he'd be passed as well. And Gaxella locks his inside brakes and just misses the back end there. Still carried an amazing corner speed though, so Gaxella's car really working well in the race, despite the fact he's making a few mistakes behind Cantona. The only problem is he hasn't got the top speed to go with it. We've got Florian Geyer still in 4th position. De Vries and Nijmegen still going at it for 5th and 6th. That battle looks set to continue throughout the entire lap. Matt Clipp up in 7th, doing an awesome job. Very consistent as of late is Matt Clipp in the races, really impressing a lot of people. Ben Warren in 8th, also impressive. Hansco Mebius in 9th, looking like he wants to get past, and he's going to have a go into the final corner, is he? No, doesn't quite work out. Chris Butcher in 10th, still yet to serve his stop go, I believe. Oh no, it's been removed, sorry, I do believe it's been removed from Chris Butcher. So I do apologise, Chris, I'm doing you a great disservice there. Dewey Tapper coming back on the inside after his adventures early on, and moves back up into 10th position in front of Butcher. Butcher trying to fight back on the exit, and does so, and retakes that 10th position. But now let's have a look again. We've got Cantona and Gaxella pretty much side by side, and you see Cantona's closing right up in the slipstream. He pulls out the slipstream. Now before, he topped out a lot earlier than Gaxella, but Gaxella... Oh sorry, it's Cantona trying to take back Gaxella. Yeah, you saw that, I missed that. Gaxella had actually got back in front there, and you saw how fast Cantona was in a straight line. Nothing Gaxella could do. He didn't even bother going defensive because he knew it was impossible. So Cantona retakes second position. And all this is helping Fiddick up front because he needs to escape now. But to be honest, he's still not really doing it. He's putting in good consistent lap times, but they're not really that much faster at all. Gaxella still with the fastest lap of the race on a 52.4. But Gaxella needs to get past Cantona in this sector somewhere, in the middle sector. And this could be an opportunity now. He's got a very good run off that corner, as you see. Cantona goes to the inside to try and defend, but Gaxella will switch back surely. Will he go for a lunge down the inside? No, he doesn't. Oh, Cantona's got very sideways into there, and this is giving Gaxella an awesome run again. Once again, they're going to be side by side for the final few corners. And if Gaxella's clever now, he can set this up into the final corner pretty well. There he goes. He bides his time. Got to get a nice early apex now through here, which he does. And he's going to cut back and he's going to take the position to the final corner. That's great driving from Gaxella there. He bided his time and he's got past. But now the problem is, watch the top speed of Cantona. And Gaxella needs to go to the inside. They're coming down the main straight across the line side by side. Gaxella's got the inside. He needs to brake later, and he does. Oh, and he brakes too late, and that's a big accident there. Gaxella spins off, as you see, unfortunately. That's going to be heavy damage there to Gaxella and probably Cantona as well. We'll see if Gaxella continues with little damage, but that was a big shunt there. I think Gaxella just locked the rear up there, and Cantona had nowhere to go, unfortunately. And Cantona seems to be waiting. Cantona seems to be waiting for Gaxella, but I don't know. I wouldn't put Cantona at fault there myself. I don't know about you guys, but Cantona didn't seem to be at fault there. I think Gaxella locked his rear up and went in too deep, but he had to try and get past, and Cantona does wait. That's very gentlemanly from Cantona, but I don't think he necessarily needs to do this. But what this does mean is that Simic are now 1-2. We've got Fiddick and Gaia in second position, first and second position. But Gaia's now 7 seconds behind Fiddick, so Fiddick really can control this race now from where he is. So after all that action, let's take a look back on the field. We've got De Vries 5th, Nijman 6th, Hansco Mebius up to 7th position with a train of cars behind him up to 11th position. As you can see, that's a great scrap for 7th there. And Maclip trying to go to the inside of Mebius, and he does so. Mebius trying to squeeze him to the inside, and they go side by side for the chicane. Oh, and this has given Warren a run as well, and also Tapper in the background trying to make advantage. You see Tapper's going across the rumble strip to try and pass Warren. That's happened. That's exactly what's happened. Tapper's got the slipstream in front, so he should be okay. Will Tapper look down the inside of Matt Clip into the chicane? He's going to try it. As Tapper goes, as Clip, sorry, goes around the outside of Mebius. This is a great scrap for 7th position. There's contact once again. Tapper's trying to take advantage in the background, but he just sits back and waits for these two guys to sort themselves out. Seeing what happens here. Clip's in the slipstream. Will he have a lunge down the inside? No, he doesn't. Mebius gets very sideways on the brake, and this is an impressive performance from Mebius. If we're used to seeing him down in the midfield somewhere, he's actually up in 7th at the moment, so dizzy heights for him at the moment. Chris Butcher still in 11th on the back of this, sat there. Terence Gresh as well in 12th position. He's a face I haven't seen for a while, and he was usually a podium contender last year, so let's see if he can progress through the field. Paul Joseph in 13th, Mike Bell 14th, and then we have Chose Freiman in 15th position. Quickly looking down the order while we sort out. We have a bit of calm in front. Fran Lopez in 16th position, Van der Brink in 17th, Carlin and Brewster, Schalk in 20th, Lewis McLeod in 20th position, 21st position with a new front wing, so he's still got a chance of getting a decent finish here. Despite the fact he's had to change a nose cone, unfortunately, due to Dewey Tapper's antics. But 9th position, Dewey Tapper's still all off the back. Still all over the back of Matt Clip, and he's going to get a run down this back straight now, surely, but will he be later on the brakes? We've seen Matt Clip very aggressive on the braking. He's been trying to go around the outside of people. He's that confident on the braking. Ben Warren seems to have dropped off this battle now as Tapper's looking down the inside to reclaim 8th position, and he does so pretty comfortably actually. And in front, Mebius going very wide there, and that's going to give Tapper a better run off this corner on him. He's going to be in the slipstream again, but I don't think he'll be close enough to take advantage at this moment in time. Matt Clip looking to respond behind. Tapper has closed up very fast actually on Mebius, so Mebius not got very good straight line speed either. Feels they need to go defensive pretty early there. De Vries and Neiman are still going at it for 5th position in front, but Mebius, Tapper and Clip all together. Warren dropped off in the background now, and he's slipping into the clutches of Chris Butcher. We may end up butchering him for that 10th position shortly. But there's contact there. Clip goes into the back slightly of Dewey Tapper, who's trying to get past Mebius in front. And there's a great scrap developing for 2nd position as well, as Gaia's closed down now by Gaxella. We checked the lap times that time round. Yeah, Gaxella lapping still a lot faster. I still feel that if Gaxella could have got past Cantona early on, he would have been able to close down that gap pretty quickly on Fiddick. But as it so happens, he's got a 7.4 second lead as David Fiddick, and he leads pretty comfortably with only 6 laps remaining. But the man to watch in this part of the track is probably Cantona, and he's right on the back of Gaxella now. We've seen him draft past him before, so here we go. And in front, Gaia's gone slightly wide. That gives Gaxella a better run onto this back straight. But watch Cantona in 4th position. I expect him to close up pretty quickly on Gaxella down this straight. Although Gaxella has got the slipstream in front from Gaia. And he's closing up pretty quickly actually, so Gaia's top speed isn't that good either. But look at Cantona in the background, he's getting a double toe. He closes up massively there. While these guys settle down back to 7th position, Mebius still holding off. David Tapper in 8th position. Matt Clip dropped off, and Butcher has indeed butchered Ben Warren for 10th position. Mebius is going to lose out to Tapper, who's trying to get past him once again on the inside. Mebius trying to respond on the outside. That's not going to work. Surely he should be better squaring the corner off. He's lost a bit of traction there. And Tapper is now finally through into 7th position. Let's see if he can maintain it. But look in the background of Mebius, we've got Matt Clip, who's right on the back of him now as well. So Matt Clip looking to take advantage. He's pulled out the slipstream pretty early there. He's alongside, he's down the inside. Matt Clip breaks very late. Forces Mebius wide, who has to take the Drumble strips to get across. He needs to let that position back past there, which he does. But yeah, I'm going to say he would have got a penalty there for sure had he not let him back past. But as it so happens, he does let him back past, and that's Mebius down to 9th position. Still an impressive result for him. Ben Warren looking to retaliate on 10th position, Butcher. Second place scrap still going on. They're actually lapping faster than the leaders still, so I wonder if Fiddick's run into some tyre wear issues, or if he's just pacing himself and maybe just saving his tyres, because he's got a 7-second gap. He doesn't need to worry about the cars behind. The only thing he should be concerned about really is his tyres, so maybe he's just easing the pace off of it, making sure it's comfortable to the flag now, because with only 4 laps remaining, he doesn't need to push. Cantona, meanwhile, on the back of Gaxella, but Cantona looks like he's starting to struggle with his tyres slightly. I noticed him sideways a few times on the last lap, and it's happened again. I love Gaia's line through that corner. If you watch Gaia again the next lap round, see if he does it after this, but he goes into the hairpin very deep and then squares it off and gets a great run onto this back straight. And it gives him about 3 or 4 tenths on this back straight, so they basically can't close it fast enough then, but Gaxella's having a go. But you can see him topping out already, look. Gaia's got superior straight line speed, just as Cantona did have as well. And Gaia's still in second position. Gaxella loses the rear slightly, but gets a good drive off that chicane there. He's in the slipstream again. Gaia will need to go defensive here if he wants to hold on to 2nd position. Still, that's very late defensive driving. It's not late, it's too late, because Gaxella's already down the inside. He's already into 2nd position. Can he get the braking done? Gaia's trying to respond on the outside, and we see Gaxella once again going very deep, and that's giving Cantona the opportunity to get past Gaia, and he does so. They're going to be side by side, but Gaia responds on the outside brilliantly. He takes 3rd position back. This is a great scrap. Cantona once again though, trying to take 3rd position on the outside, and this is not the place to be, because Florian Gaia will have the inside for the next corner, and he would simply brake later and esteem his position. There we go. But Cantona goes on the outside. Gaia will surely keep that position. He shouldn't have lost that there, I'm going to say. That would have been terrible if he had lost that. He had the high ground. Cantona's trying to respond. That's not a passing place though, and all this is let Gaxella get away. Now this is where Fiddick maybe has to worry. And let's see what Gaxella can do behind, because Fiddick's lead is 7 seconds, it's now 7.1, so he's already taken 2 tenths out of him. Cantona looking to take back Gaia, launches down the inside, but his best chance for Cantona, that's a bit silly from Cantona there really, to be honest. He didn't need to do that, because he just sat and waited for the back straight, because he has superior straight line speed to these guys, and he's lost a lot of time doing that there. That was a half-hearted attempt into turn 1, and he didn't really need to do that, unfortunately. Anyway, while these guys are strung out, we'll keep an eye on the gaps over the next few laps, see if Gaxella can make any inroads into Fiddick's lead. Cantona trying everything to get on the back of Gaia. Cantona really is trying to drive the wheels off that car, but in 5th position, it's still Nyman and De Vries battling for that 5th position. They've been going at it hammer and tongue. I bet these guys have switched more positions than anyone else in the race at this moment in time. And you can see they're side by side coming into the hairpin. De Vries trying to get the cut back off the corner. He's done that pretty well. He'll have a good toe down this back straight. And in the background, Tapper's closing him down pretty fast, so this could suddenly turn into a 3-way scap for 5th position. But Neiman has got very good straight line speed, as you can see. Look at him pulling away from De Vries, despite the fact that he's in the slipstream. On the braking though, De Vries holds his own. He's close right up now onto the back. Neiman makes a little mistake there on the curb. That's given De Vries the opportunity to close it once again. He's going to be in a better slipstream position this time. Will Niemann feel the need to go defensive? He should do, because De Vries is right behind him looking down the inside. De Vries brakes very late. Are they going to touch? No, they keep it very clean so far, and look at that, a lot of respect between the two of them there. That was great driving from both. Niemann and will he get the cut back? Will he launch it on the inside? No. But then De Vries has got it very wide. This once again gives Niemann the chance to catch back, and Tapper's now right on the back of them nearly. So these two battling, it's cost them a lot of lap time. A lot of lap time. They're a good, what, 15-16 seconds behind us. De Vries goes very wide, but Niemann can't retaliate there. Can he get the switch back? Not the place to do it here, unfortunately, but Tapper's right on the back and he's lapping much faster. So a 3-race gap for 5th position now. The gap up front has extended actually, so Fiddick has saved his tyres. Fiddick basically saved his tyres throughout all that, waiting for Gexler to get into 2nd position, then he's just demoralised him with a very fast lap of a 1:51.9. So 3/10 faster. 3/10 faster than Gexler, who's chasing him down. So Fiddick doing the smart game there, saving his tyres, and then putting a demoralising lap to say to Gexler, no, I've got this one, I'm winning this race. So good job from Fiddick up front. So the battle for 5th place still continues. We've got De Vries in 5th, Niemann in 6th, Tapper in 7th, and Tapper now right on the back, and he will have a run down his back straight. I would have thought he's going to try and cut back on the chicane, which he does quite nicely. Look at that, he's got a good run. So Tapper's got good pace. It's a shame about the incidents he's had in this race, 'cause I think he could be a lot higher up than he is at the moment, but he's about to do something about that. They've both got a great run on De Vries, who's got back past Niemann obviously. Tapper in the background trying to take 2 cars in one manoeuvre, is he? No. But Niemann is trying to have a look down the inside of De Vries there, and he's going to do it. Great driving from Niemann there. He's on the defensive then the offensive all in one corner, so great driving there. And Tapper now trying to get past De Vries, and he's done so. With superior straight line speed, De Vries will he try and retaliate into the braking zone? No, he decides to think better of it. In the background, Matt Clip in 8th position, then we have Hansko Mebius still in 9th position, still in the top 10, doing a good job. Paul Joseph and Ben Warren seem to have fallen further behind now, and Chris Butcher also down to 13th, he's fallen back as well. Looking a bit further back down the field to see if we have any more retirements. We've had a few more retirements. Scott Beresford's decided to pull out, and Ferreira's also out. We still have 31 cars running in this race. As Niemann now under big pressure from Tapper for 5th position. Tapper will surely get past him sooner or later because he's much quicker. But the gap to the lead has come down significantly. Fiddick had a very poor lap. I think he caught a back marker at some point in that lap because he's lost about 2 seconds in that lap. And I think the back marker is what Cantona's just passing now. I believe it's Wilson who they're just lapping, who seems to be causing a few problems for the leaders to get past. Tapper's still all over the back of Niemann. De Vries trying to respond in the background. Tapper will surely have him down the straight. He's going to get a good run off this hairpin any second, as Cantona takes 3rd position from Gaia as well. No, he doesn't, because Gaia goes back down the outside. Oh, side by side, great driving there from Gaia. Very good driving there, but Cantona's going to have the top speed now off the corner as we saw before. Gaia needs to go to the inside, which he's done. But Cantona's streaming past him in a straight line, as you see. Gaia, will he be late on the brakes again? Yes, he does. He's very late on the brakes. Doesn't lock them either. Very good driving there from Gaia. That's very confident on the braking there. And they're still holding on. Bit of contact there from Cantona, but they're still holding on to Gexler in 2nd. So still lapping pretty quickly as Gaia and Cantona. Tapper was past Niemann, but Niemann has responded. Tapper looking back down the inside again now into the chicane. He launches down the inside, and he's done it as well. He's done a good overtaking move there to take 5th position. So that's great driving there from Dewey. Tapper gets back up into 5th position, redeeming himself slightly for the mistakes that happened early on. So Fiddick crosses the line to start the final lap of the race at 53.2, so another poor lap there, but is he just pacing himself? Gexler comes across the line, 52.5, so nearly a second taken out of him there. Gaia 3rd, Cantona in 4th, then we have Tapper, Niemann and De Vries 5th, 6th, 7th, Matt Clip in 8th position with Hansko Mebius right behind him now, so Mebius having a great race. He's decided that he wants better than 9th position. He's going to try and take back 8th. Maybe Matt Clip's run into tyre issues because his pace has dropped off quite a lot. And Mebius just seems to be getting faster and faster, so Mebius done a good job looking after his tyres by the looks of it. No other significant changes down the order at the moment, although Ben Warren seems to be still going backwards as Paul Joseph's looking down the inside into turn 1. Tries to make the move, but Warren breaks later and keeps that 11th position, but runs very wide on the exit, and Paul Joseph is through. So Ben Warren going backwards, looking like his tyres have gone as well. Quickly look up front, see if anything's changed, and no, it hasn't. First is still David Feddick. Gexella second, Gaia third, Cantonen fourth now. Pretty much safely in fourth actually, because I think he's dropped right off the back of Gaia. Yes, he has. Tapper 5th, Nyman and 6th, that battle looks settled as well, so the best battle on track at the moment. In fact, De Vries has had a big mistake as well, or some contact somewhere, because Matt Clip is now right on the back of him. Closing in now is Matt Clip in 8th position. Does he fancy a sniff for 7th position? Maybe De Vries' tyres are completely gone. It looks that way, look, he's gone very wide there, and De Vries loses out, and his teammate hits him up the rear. Mebius now into 8th position as well, but De Vries looks like he's completely run out of tyres, unfortunately. As Feddick's going around the last few corners now, after controlling this race superbly from the front, he took pole position with a storming lap, and he stormed away up front. Excel having some issues with trying to get past Cantonen. Didn't quite work out, but Feddick will take this one. He takes the win very comfortably by about 5 seconds. Feddick crosses the line, takes the GPVWC Formula Challenge Race 1 Abu Dhabi. Very good from Feddick there. Gexella takes 2nd position, Gaia 3rd. Great drive from Gaia actually, got to point that out, he was very good there. Gexella did try to close down in the final few laps, couldn't quite work out. Cantonen takes a solid 4th, Tapper is going to be in 5th as well with Nyman just behind, and Matt Clip 7th, so De Vries really has dropped off in his last few laps. In fact, will De Vries be able to hold on? It looks like he's got a puncture, because De Vries, yeah, his tyres are completely gone. De Vries is going to lose out to Gresh, who goes around the outside of him into the final corner, and Paul Joseph moves up as well. De Vries losing a whole host of positions into his final few corners. You can see his front right tyre is punctured as he hits the wall trying to go across the line before Chris Butcher, which I think he just about will do, but De Vries takes 11th position, Butcher 12th, Ben Warren 13th after a close battle between them two all race. So, pain for De Vries, because he deserved better than that. He drove pretty good in that race. I think his tyres are completely gone at the end of the race there. Rounding out the top 15 is Mike Bell and then Cameron Brewster. Lewis McGlade recovers to 17th position, just behind Steg Inc. as they cross the line. Pain for McGlade, but I think he will feature now in the reverse grid, so he might have a good chance for race 2. But a shame for Lewis, he was doing very good early on there. And we all saw what happened between him and Douay Tapper. But David Feddick has taken the first race victory. I say comfortably ahead of Gexel. It was only 3.5 seconds in the end, but I think Feddick was just pacing himself throughout the entire race. Gaia takes a solid 3rd for his first race for Simic. And we'll have a little look at the man of the race. I'm going to have to give it to probably, let's have a look, maybe Mebius in that race actually. The surprise of the race definitely, because he's come up from the midfield where we used to see him. He's actually in 8th position, beating someone like Terence Gresh's calibre. Is a very good drive. So Mebius takes that one from me in race 1. And race 2 will be coming up shortly. I'm just going to have a quick refreshment break, it'll be 2 minutes. Okay, and I'm back. We're just in the warm-up session now between the two races. So giving the guys to try something out. Obviously the guys that struggle with tyre will be looking to try and change their setup to, or their driving style at least, to try and work out if they can save their tyres for the entire race. I think the biggest loser we all saw in that race was De Vries, who dropped back massively in the final few laps when his tyres run out of... well, they basically just run out, so... there was some slight concerns then that the race 2 might be wet, but with the track temperature being 42 degrees, can't see that happening, to be honest. The ambient temperature is pretty warm as well. But yeah, apologies for race 1 if I missed anything that you wanted to see. Obviously doing this on my own at the moment, and a thank you to Lewis Redshaw for doing the cameras. Unfortunately, Liam Jenkins had some big issues tonight, unfortunately. So he can't commentate, so it's just me on my own at the moment. I'm trying to do my best, unfortunately, for you guys, so hopefully you're enjoying the coverage. Yeah, so we're now 8 minutes 20 seconds left of the warm-up session. There's a few guys out there just trying a few things. I believe Lewis Redshaw, the cameraman, has decided to join us just for this warm-up session. Hello, Lewis.
Hello, Lee. Hello, everyone.
So obviously you've been the cameraman, you've seen most of the action as well. What do you reckon to race 1?
Wasn't bad, was it? Bit of action, quite a lot of contact, but we expect that over all the chicanes and bumps here. Impressed with David Phillips' performance. Saw Ascari locking up quite a lot, so I think he wore his tyres out by the end, but that's obviously going to be one of the bigger issues here in the desert.
Yeah, exactly. I think what would have been interesting as well for race 1 is if we'd have seen Gaxella get past Cantone early on, and to see if he could have pressured Fiddick to see how long Fiddick's tyres lasted, because we never actually got to see the battle between the two of them. Obviously there was a 7-second gap by the time Gaxella got into second position, and Fiddick pretty much controlled it from up front. But it'd be interesting to see, and we have seen in the past that Fiddick does struggle with the tyres. It'd be interesting to see later in the race, in race 2, if they are close together, especially as they're going to have to fight through the field, both of them. They're not going to be able to look after their tyres, unfortunately, so it'd be interesting to see in race 2 if they have tyre issues as well.
Yeah, well, like you said, I would like to have seen what would happen if Gaxella had got past Cantone at the start, but you know, it's one of the things. But yeah, maybe we'll see it for race 2, and maybe Gaxella is easier on his tyres, won't have so much of an issue with them. But it didn't look like Fiddicks were going at the end. I mean, he did set a fastest lap a couple of laps before the end as well, so it can't have been that badly worn.
Yeah, when Gaxella came into second position, Fiddick basically just went out and put in a 1:51.9, which was the ultimate fastest lap of the race. So Fiddick looks like he's got the pace even at the end of the race, which is something we're not used to seeing. So obviously he's going to be one to look for in race 2. I believe it's Cameron Brewster who's taken the pole position for race 2. We'll be confirmed with that shortly. At the reverse grid, obviously, well, the random grid, let's say, has worked in Cam's favour, and he seems pretty happy about that at the moment. And why wouldn't he be? So a chance for the drivers who were, let's say, taken out in race 1, who were further down the order. Drivers like Lewis McGlade, who I did mention quite a few times in race 1. Sorry if I seem like I'm sucking up to Lewis at the moment, but I think he deserves it. But yeah, he will be starting somewhere near the front in race 2, obviously having been taken out in race 1. He looked very quick in race 1. And maybe we can see him finishing inside the top 6 somewhere at the end of the race. Depends what's happened to the other guys. So who's your tip for race 2 then, Lewis?
I'm going to go with... I hate when you ask me this one. I'm going to go for Cantone, purely because he might be driving the Hawkeye in the next couple of weeks.
Alright, so that's some interesting news.
What about you, Lee? Well, did you not know?
No, we hear it here first. Maybe some other people have known as well, but let's just pretend that this is secret news and everyone's just heard it here first on our broadcast. So Cantone may be driving for Lewis Redshaw's team, surely.
No, well, I wish it wasn't.
Or in Lewis Redshaw's place, surely.
Wow, well, yeah, you'd like that, wouldn't you?
It'd be a shame because I think people have really enjoyed our battles over the last few races, as have I.
It has been fun, hasn't it? We
It's
always seem
been
to be
great
together on
fun.
track. I don't know why that is, but we do seem to be.
Mainly because we're slower than the 3 people in front of us. I mean, battling for fourth. So,
Maybe that's what it is.
but it's been great fun regardless. I mean, the last race was just really good fun. I mean, I made the video obviously of the Indianapolis highlights with us, and it was just really good fun battling with you there. So I have to compliment you on that one, as well as your camera work.
I love my straight line speed there. Just coming up behind you and just passing you like that was so fun.
Yeah, I pulled a few hairs out during that race trying to work out how I was going to beat you, because every time I got past there was no way of staying in front. So, but again,
Yeah.
that's where strategy comes in, obviously, and
Exactly.
eventually we made it work. And maybe in race 2 we'll see some different strategies from these guys as how they're going to get through the field. I mean, we saw in race 1 there was a mix of top speeds. Cantona probably maybe a good bet actually. He's got brilliant top line speed, so he's going to take a few cars on that one for sure.
Did anyone actually pit the tyres only in that race at all?
I think
didn't
a
see
few
anyone.
guys at the back did, but I'm not sure if they did that just because of damage as
okay.
well. None of the front runners did. I mean, we saw some of them probably should have done, but
Yeah.
they couldn't. You can't do it. You've got to try and go the whole distance. But race 2, I'm going to go with. Let's have a think about this.
I was going to ask you who you were going to go for.
Yes, it's a very difficult decision. Let's have a think. Well, the obvious choices are Fiddick and Gaxella, obviously, because their pace was just way in front of anyone else's in that race, apart from Cantona. I'm going to go. Have a stab in the dark. Florian Gaia.
Oh, that's a
Assuming.
good idea.
He had solid pace in the first race. It took a podium. So maybe he can surprise us in race 2, because he'll be further in front than the championship contenders. Although I'm still not sure if Gaxella is the champion yet or not. I haven't looked at the championship tables.
Already what we rely on Liam for.
Let's have a quick look at that while Warm's still going, because we could be actually watching our champion racing here and we're not actually announcing it, so could be a shame. So the current standings, have they been updated? Let's have a look. No, they haven't.
Yeah, they have. Oh, yeah, they have. USA's been done.
I don't see that for some reason.
Oh,
I just...
you have to go on the wiki.
Ah, right. See, I don't use that. So you'll know more than me about
I'll
that
give you
one.
the link. Send you the link, please.
Ah, you give me the link. Thank you very much. You're too kind. Shame you weren't kinder in the race last time out, but
Might be. I might be for
well, I might not even be racing here. It's that bad, but the car is terrible around this circuit. But anyway, that's on to different matters. So we have 3 rounds remaining. So 3 rounds remaining, including this one. The current gap
5 races.
is over that's what, 115 points. So 5 races later, yeah, he's the champion, isn't he? Definitely.
I'll work it out in a minute.
Well, we've got 2, 4, 5 races. 5 times 25, obviously, that's 125. That's without Felix scoring. The 100 and... Oh no, he still can do it then. The 115 behind, he's taken 5 points back in that race. So it's 110 points now he's behind. So yeah, he
Very
can still do
hard
it.
to work out. Yeah.
He's 110 points behind with 125 remaining.
Don't quite
So-
think he's going to manage it, but we've still got to say it's open, haven't we?
Yeah, we have, yeah. I mean, anything could happen. I mean, Gaxella could get a hamstring problem in this race, something like that, you never know. But Gaxella, all he needs in this race, so basically we're looking at if Gaxella finishes in front of Fiddick in this race, that's pretty much championship over.
Yeah. Unless they're not...
Depending on where they finish.
Unless they're not above 5th.
Well, after this race, there'll only be 100 points left, so if the gap is over 100 points, which it currently is, currently 110 points.
Ah, yes. Yes, of course.
It's only 110 points, so after this race, so basically Fiddick's got to outscore Gaxella by 10 points today.
Yes.
Second race.
Excellent math, as always, by us at GPVWC.
Yeah, it took us a while. I think the warm's nearly finished now, but we got there in the end. So yeah, if Fiddick outscores Gaxella by 10 points in this race, the championship's still on. If he doesn't, championship's won for Gaxella. So this could be the race that Gaxella finally seals the 2013 Formula Challenge World Championship, and it will be the first championship, apart from the World GT, I believe, to be sewn up in the mainstream series. That is.
Yeah, I think it will be. Just want to give a big shout out as well at this point to Chris Williamson and Dave Cosmith, who do all the admin stuff every week for the series. Actually in the server, being here on race nights, they do a lot of work, and I wanted to thank them for that so we can race.
Yeah, that's a good point actually. Obviously we don't see them obviously in the server at the moment. I mean, it's just me and Lewis doing the cameras, but in the race broadcast, sorry. But they're in the background doing all the hard work. For example, the standings that we've just looked at, obviously organising the server, setting all that up. So it takes a lot of effort. So yeah, definitely a big shout out to them too. The warm-up's pretty much finished now. Fastest in this session was, I was going to say it was Joe Strymon, but Gaxella's just putting a 51.5, and if that's his race pace for race 2, looking very ominous. I've heard that Simon Smith is having a few issues with tyre wear as well, so hopefully this session, this race, he'll be okay.
Non-essential personnel leave the grid now.
Sorry about that.
Don't worry about it, we all heard it as well. But so when the grid lines up and starts moving, we will take you through the grid. I believe Lewis will return to cameras now, unless you want to join me in co-coms. It's up to you, Lewis.
I'll stay here from a technical point of view.
Technical point of view, okay. Perhaps letting slip some of his secrets in the Super League car as to why he can be so fast in a straight line, but still quick round the corners. Let's hope. Anyway, the grid lining up, we've got 7 seconds until the formation lap begins. And race 2 should be as exciting as race 1. Race 1 was really good actually, I really enjoyed that. And it's a track I don't particularly like, but it was pretty good. Anyway, heading into turn 1, have a quick look at the positions. We have Cameron Brewster on pole position for United Racers and Motorsports. Obviously now the random grid takes place. Mike Bell second, Ben Warren in third position actually, so he could be looking good for race 2. Chris Butcher also had some good pace in race 1, he's in 4th position for the random grid. Sven de Vries in 5th, another one actually who had good pace, and there's another guy I've probably overlooked for race 2, so he could be one to watch out for. And we have Paul Joseph in 6th position, Terence Gresh in 7th position. Then we have Hansko Mebius, got brilliant, I think it was 8th place in the last race. Currently starts 8th in this race, so that's the lucky position for him today. Matt Clipp in 9th position, had a good race last time out as well, finishing 7th I believe. Harry Nyman in 10th position, Huey Tapper 11th. Then we have Oskari Kantonen, your tip for this race too, Lewis, in 12th position. Florian Gaia just behind, so these two guys are going to be side by side actually into turn 1 by the looks of it. Gaxella 14th, David Fiddick 15th, the two championship rivals, and don't forget, Fiddick's got to outscore Gaxella in this race by 10 points, otherwise Gaxella is champion, so hopefully by the end of the race we can see if Gaxella's champion or not, because I think it's long overdue now to be honest. That's nothing, no disrespect towards Fiddick there whatsoever obviously, it's just the fact that I think Gaxella's so far in front it was going to happen eventually. Franklin Stegig in 16th position, Lewis McGlade 17th, just missed out on the reverse grid I believe by the looks of it, so he stays in 17th, which is a shame for him. Adrian Norton 18th, Fran Lopez 19th, Florian Kahl in 20th, Thomas Jacobs in 21st position, Dennis van der Schalk, I don't know where I got the Van der from, but it's just Van Schalk in 22nd position, Mikko Jacken in 20th, stop laughing Lewis, because these names are very difficult to pronounce.
I know, I'm loving this.
Yeah, I bet you are, I bet all the viewers are as well, so I'll be getting some private messages after the race again telling me how bad my name pronunciations were. Nico Jacket in 23rd, Joe Strymon in 24th, looks like he's going to be starting from the pit lane. Oh dear. Our Kites Rates in 25th position, and stop in 25th position, Theo van den Brink in 26th, Riku Sarpilla 27th, Jonathan Aseklinth in the 28th position, Ben Hackinson, another one starting from pit lane, Simon Smith struggling with tyre issues is in the 30th position, Bruno Sousa Ferrier 31st, Scott Beresford in 32nd, had a terrible race 1 despite the fact he had really good pace, someone apparently took him out on lap 2, ruined his race, he's now down in 32nd. And that is our grid. The poleman Cameron Brewster comes down the final few corners. And the only thing I hope that doesn't happen in this race is that 25 gets anywhere near the front, because I really don't fancy saying his name every lap.
Fair enough.
He'll be messaging me after the race at how terrible I pronounce his name. And I know I'm still pronouncing half the field wrong, even though despite the fact that they've messaged me about it, I can't change, unfortunately. Can't change. I can do it for about 2 laps and then it goes back to the old saying again.
I'll take the Yorkshire Albert boy.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be much better, mate, so don't worry.
Well, actually, go on then. Just pronounce 25th position for us on the broadcast, just so we can hear how you do.
Arcade's rates. I don't even know if that's right.
Exactly the same as my pronunciation.
There we are then.
Apart from the fact that mine was in Yorkshire.
Yeah, I'm not brilliant. I'm not bad at doing a accent, but I'm not perfect.
But at the end of the day, if they wanted an easier pronunciation, they should make the names a bit easier to reach, shouldn't they? Change your name if you're going to come into sim racing. But anyway, the grid is now lined up. Cameron Brewster in pole position for race 2, the reverse grid. The 5 lights are on. They are now out, and away we go. Cameron Brewster makes a solid start from first position, actually, gets into the lead in turn 1 quite comfortably. Now let's keep an eye on the background, because that's where the interesting stuff's going to happen. And into turn 1, there's a bit of contact there between Mike Bell, Ben Warren, and De Vries up to 2nd position already takes advantage of that. Do a tap around the outside of Chris Butcher to 7th position. In the background, let's check on our championship protagonists. Where is our championship leader? That's the problem. He's in 9th position. Gaxella is in 9th position, so he's had a good start. Fiddick not so much. Fiddick only in 14th, 15th position, battling with Mebius at the moment. Trying to make something down the inside of Town Scresh. Where's your bet, Cantonen? Cantonen's up in 5th, so he's had an awesome start, Cantonen. So it's looking good for him. But in the meantime, Fries has taken the lead, so it's only taken him half a lap, and he's got from 5th to 1st in about 4 corners, so awesome job for De Vries. Brewster trying to fight back, and that's Mike Bell coming down the inside to take 2nd position, is it? No, Brewster fights back on the outside. Mike Bell trying to hold him off. Cantonen trying to make something of this in 5th, and he's going to get past Ben Warren, I would have thought now, because Ben Warren's had a very poor exit from the chicane there. Although he's got a good slipstream in front, but Cantonen's got brilliant straight line speed, as you can see. He doesn't need a slipstream, he's still pulling past. And he moves into 5th, does it into 4th, does it? Around the outside, Cantonen trying to make this. He does. Brilliant move from Cantonen there, so he's asserting his authority in the background. Tapper making tapping comments to Ben Warren's rear wing there. Paul Joseph in 7th, Chris Butcher 8th, Mike Gaxella having a bit of trouble in 9th position there. Looking back to see where my bet Geyer is in 15th position. It looks like it's not going to happen this race for him. Lewis McGlade in 16th position. Still up front, there's a massive battle going for 2nd position. Mike Bell currently holds that. Cantonen going around the outside of Brewster into 5th. Tapper follows through as well into 4th. Cantonen's got a good run now on Mike Bell, who's in the middle of the track. Cantonen trying to go around the outside, that's not going to work, that's going to allow Tapper from the inside. Tapper's going to take 2 cars in 1 manoeuvre. Yes, he does. Very opportunistic there from Dewey Tapper. Great driving. I expect Cantonen to get past Mike Bell now down the main straight, and he does so, but look at the lead. Fraser's got 2.7 seconds in 1 lap. That is insane. But that's the result. And that's very true actually, yeah. Don't forget that in the race 1, as Lewis has just pointed out, his tyres did suffer really badly, so De Vries has got to make a lead early on. He's got to go for it, try and get a lead, then he can nurse his tyres home, and at the moment he's doing all the right things. But Tapper now in 2nd position, and Cantonen up to 3rd. These guys are going to be hunting him down pretty quickly. Take a look back, Gaxella in 8th position, so he's moved up a place, and you can see Fiddick desperately knows he needs to get past, and that's Warren without a front wing, is it? I believe Ben Warren's got no front wing there. It is, Ben Warren's lost his front wing unfortunately, so Fiddick moves up to 9th, Gaxella up to 7th, and don't forget, if the things stood how they were now, Gaxella would be the champion, so Gaxella finishes in front of Fiddick, the championship's over. We'll see how that one goes. Dewey Tapper's taken 2/10 out of De Vries in the 1st sector, so we're starting to close him down already. Cantonen just following him nicely along there. Mike Bell still in 4th position. Cameron Brewster 5th, Chris Butcher up in 6th, Gaxella in 7th, right on the back of Brewster. Butcher as we come down into the chicane. Looking to the outside is Gaxella. We know how strong Gaxella is at getting through this field in the opening laps, and he's looking at him again. So decisive in his manoeuvres. Butcher tries to fight back, but he's got no chance. Gaxella's gone. So pretty awesome driving from Gaxella once again. He's really good on these opening laps of race 2. I think this is where he's built his championship from, really, is this race 2. He just seems to get through the field so quick. Fiddick coming down the inside of Paul Joseph. Can't make the move stick, but will he have the outside and will he get the momentum? Yes, he does. Joseph lets him go. So Fiddick will be to 8th position now. Gaxella all off the back of Mike Bell and Brewster. Brewster's got back past Mike Bell. Gaxella's trying to go around the outside. Oh, and who's that on the inside? That's Chris Butcher. Chris Butcher trying to fight
nice.
off. Chris Butcher it was, but Gaxella's going to have the momentum off the corner, unfortunately. Fiddick in the background. Look at Fiddick. He's closed right up. Fiddick's going to have a run on Gaxella. He knows he needs to get past him. Will he ever go into turn 1? No, he doesn't. But look on the outside. Butcher again. Oh, he's made contact with Gaxella. Oh, and they were so lucky there not to take the championship leader out. That was so lucky for both our championship protagonists there. But Gaxella is now behind Fiddick, but it still isn't enough. Fiddick needs to finish good 2 or 3 places in front of Gaxella.
Top 3 closed up as well.
And they have indeed.
And Tapper closing up to De Vries very quickly now. So is his tyres going already?
It's, well, I mean, it'd be very surprising. Maybe he's trying to save him. Maybe he's got the lead and decided
Yeah,
to
it
ease
could
it
be.
off for a lap, possibly. We'll see what happens. Or has he just not got the pace because he was faster than these guys in race 1? So maybe he's having to become more conservative in race 2. And Tonan's looking pretty strong in 3rd place. Actually, he just sat there watching these two guys, and the best thing he could do now is just sit and let these guys battle and save his tyres, just as Fiddick did in race 1. So we'll run down the quick top 10. We've got De Vries, Tapper, Cantonen, Brewster, Bell, Fiddick, Gexella, Joseph, who's going across the chicane, Mebius into 9th position, and Nyman in 10th, and a whole gaggle of cars behind him. And Lewis McLeod up in 14th position. You can see 8th place just down the road in front of him because he's got a gaggle of cars in front as Mebius goes into 8th position past Joseph. Great move from there.
And Fiddick is through. Fiddick has passed Gexella.
Fiddick indeed has passed Gexella. I think he was in front, but Gexella must have got past him some point. But now Gexella Fiddick trying to go down the inside of Bell, and he does so. Gexella, will he follow him through down the inside? No, he thinks better of it. But the leaders, look at the leaders. De Vries, 1st position, got Tapper right on the back of him now. Goes to the inside, goes defensive. Tapper will get the run off the corner. He'll get the switch back just as he has. Tapper will go down the inside, and Tapper will lead, will he, when they go across the line? Yes, he will. Or will he? No, he won't.
No, he won't.
De Vries comes back on the outside. Look at Cantonen. Cantonen's going to take both of them, is he? No, he comes across the line in 2nd position, but Tapper's got the inside. Tapper knows he's got to try and stay in front of Cantonen because I believe Cantonen's the quicker of the 3 drivers here. Vries was very cool there in the final corner, and they're going to go side by side. Now Cantonen backs out of it. That's... Whoa, that was close there from Cantonen. I thought he was going to run at the back of Tapper as well. Going down into the chicane, will Cantonen launch it down the inside? No. So Cantonen needs to think more about what happened in race 1. He was a bit too ambitious in race 1. All he needs to do, bide his time. Got really good straight line speed as we're about to see, I'm sure. Fiddick now battling Cameron Brewster for 4th position. I'm sure he'll be past him down this straight. Tapper's got really good straight line speed as well. Look at that compared to De Vries. He's closing up massively, and De Vries could be under pressure here as he decides to go defensive. He is under pressure. Tapper on the outside doesn't make anything of it. But in the background I expect to see David Fiddick take 4th position off Cameron Brewster, and that's exactly what we do see. David Fiddick now into 4th position. Gexella's had a troubled last few laps, and he's still in 6th position, but still good progress through the field. And a whole host of cars for 10th position battling. That's Gaia, Nyman, Stegen, Clip, McGlade. 5 cars battling for 10th position. This could be nasty. Gaia does take that 10th position as Stegen tries to follow him through, but we'll quickly look back at the leaders. De Vries, Tapper and Cantonen are all pretty much within a 10th of a second of each other. De Vries looking the most uncomfortable. He's just trying to hold them off, perhaps trying to save his tyres as much as he can, but at the moment it's not going to work because Tapper goes up the inside and takes the position. So De Vries, can he fight back now? Can he fight back now? He's behind. Let's have a look. We've got a slow car on the outside. I'm not quite sure who that is, but look like one of the Storms actually. Anyways, we come across the line. UA Tapper will lead lap 4, but or will he? Because De Vries is right behind him.
Chris Butcher it was. He's going slowly.
Chris Butcher, so he's been butchered unfortunately there because he's now got an Oreo wing from the looks of it. I'm really sorry for these poor butcher jokes, but it was too tempting to do. Cantonen's still wisely just sitting on the back of these two watching him. Although at the moment, to be honest, he's probably better off getting past De Vries as quick as he can because I think Tapper's got the superior pace at the moment, unless De Vries is going to prove me wrong down this next straight. Let's have a look. So De Vries closes right back up on Tapper. He's going to get a good run off the corner. Tapper gets a bit of wheel spin. That's going to be a bad exit there. Cantonen's going to have the best slipstream. He's going to have a three-way slipstream down this back straight. Vries closing up slowly now on Tapper. Oh, and he makes a bit of contact there. Bit of contact. That was late defensive driving there from Tapper, but De Vries gets the inside and retakes the lead. Can he get it stopped? Yes, he can. Cantonen trying to make something of it for 2nd position. Cantonen's going to take 2nd position. Cantonen takes 2nd position. A lot of wheel banging on the exit there. Tapper and Cantonen very lucky to get away with that one. And can Cantonen take the lead into this chicane? He's got good straight line speed, as we know. He's got a good slipstream. Will he ever look down the inside of De Vries? He's going to try it. He lets off the brake pedal. De Vries leaves him a lot of room. Very sensible driving from De Vries there. Cantonen's still looking the faster.
Gexella's moved his way up to 5th as well, passing Cameron Brewster in the same place we saw this battle going on as well.
Indeed he has, and that's allowed him to now get on the back of Fiddick, who's closing up to these leaders. He's only 3.5 seconds off the lead, is David Fiddick, so still a chance for him to win race 2 and make it a double, but that still wouldn't be enough, unfortunately, to overhaul Gexella in the championship, or to stop him winning the championship in this race. Gexella, all he has to do is finish 1 place behind, I believe, and he will be champion. Quickly look through the top 10 as we go across the line. We've got De Vries, Cantona and Tapper, Fiddock, Gaxella, Brewster, Mebius, Bell, Gaia and Joseph to the top 10. Lewis McGlade in 11th position. Really awesome job, Lewis. I hope he can bring it home, maybe even in the top 10 this race. Let's see. So really happy for Lewis to be up there. As the leaders come through to start lap 6, De Vries still leading. He's done a good job so far defending his lead. Cantona looks like he's got the quicker car and I expect it. Oh, and he's got a good one off there, look at that.
What's going on there?
That's... De Vries' tyre's gone already? Because that looked really... we know it was the right hand side tyre he struggled with in race 1.
Maybe he's overheating them. That's maybe what it is.
Maybe he got out that one to try and stop abusing the tyre on the right hand side because he knows he's going to go. But it was very easy to pass there. But look at Fiddock in the background. Fiddock sets a 52.4 on the last lap. By far and away the fastest lap of the race.
Yeah, you can see how much he's closed up as well.
At the moment. Tapper in second position who's trying to take De Vries' second position. He's back down to third now. Tapper has actually got a very fast lap as well. Tapper did a 52.4 in lap 2, but Fiddock's closing up so much faster. He's right on the back of them already. So
I expect him to pull away though when they get their clean laps in.
Yeah, very much so. I'd expect them to. I mean, Cantona's already making a bit of a gap now.
Yep.
As Tapper and De Vries battle over second position. Although I say that and they've closed back up in that chicane pretty quickly. But the man who's looking most ominous is 4th position David Fiddock, but Gaxella's now got his first clean lap of the race. Let's see what that time he can do, because his sectors are purple at the moment from what I can see. So let's see what he can do when he comes across the line shortly. As De Vries looks back on the inside of Tapper, that's a very risky late manoeuvre. He runs very wide. They both get away with it fortunately. But Tapper up into second position now. Can he get after Cantona and try and hunt him down? Both from wide, but Fiddock's right on the back of De Vries now, so that manoeuvre from De Vries really has cost him a lot of lap time. But we're going to see them come across the line, first, second, third, fourth, all together. With Gaxella just in the background. Fiddock looking to get a run on De Vries across the line. Let's have a look at that time. Cantona does a 53.0. Fiddock that time round was a 52.7, but Gaxella 52.5, so not quite the fastest lap of the race, but a very fast lap indeed. We saw him in the 51s in practice, so let's see what he can do as the race gets older. And if anything, De Vries has now closed back up to Tapper, so Tapper, very strange sectors. 1 minute he's miles in front, the next second he's under pressure again, so not quite sure what's going on there. Lewis McGlade has lost his 11th position to Stagink. Gets back in front of him. We've also got a great scrap for 8th position. We'll keep an eye on 2nd, 3rd and 4th as they're very close together. So De Vries looks like he's going to respond to Tapper's taking of his 2nd place by taking it back as we go into the chicane. Tapper goes to the inside. De Vries has got the outside. We've seen De Vries very late on the brakes and he's very late again. Look at that. He doesn't get it stopped unfortunately. Tapper defends. Now Fiddock's trying to square the corner off. Look at Fiddock in the background. Well, he didn't get a good run as I thought he did there actually.
Yeah. That was a bit weird then.
It was a bit strange. Yeah, I thought he was going to get a really good run there, but it didn't quite work out for him. But one man it has worked out for De Vries, who's got a great run again on Tapper, trying to come back down the inside. And we've seen this before, and we've seen it end in misery before. This time it ends very nicely, but in De Vries' favour. In all this, Cantona's pulled a 2-second lead in the out, but De Vries, Tapper comes back up the inside. Fiddock's just be sat there thinking, get out my way, because look who's in the background closing up on him. Gaxella is closing up, he's took 2 seconds out of him on this lap. Fiddock needs to get past these two pretty quickly if he wants any chance of winning this race. The problem is they're battling so hard he doesn't want to get involved and take himself out. Got nothing to lose really, to be honest. He may as well just go for it. Exactly what he's done so far in this race, and that's why he's up in 4th position. Oh, De Vries makes contact with the wall. Yeah, big contact with the wall there, De Vries, and that's a sign that the tyres are going again because he's getting understeer on the exit of corners. Let's see when they come across the line. Cantona leads it from Tapper, De Vries, Fiddock, who's now got a good run on De Vries in 3rd position. Don't think he'll look into turn 1, but Gaxella in the background, 52.5 again, much faster than the leaders. That's 7/10 faster than the leader that time round, so Gaxella looking rather ominous in 5th position as well. Problem is he's got the same problem as Fiddock's got now. He's got to get past these two guys in 2nd and 3rd, and that's Tapper and De Vries. Just looking a bit further down the field, Cameron Brewster doing a great job to hold 6th position actually from his pole position start, and he's in touch with the leaders still, only 9 seconds off. Hans Cumpy with 7th, doing also a great job. Florian Gaia 8th, Mike Bell 9th, and Paul Joseph rounding out the top 10. Look down, see if any more retirements. Scott Beresford actually, he's come so far up the field. Scott Beresford started in 32nd position, I believe. He's up to 12th, so that's a great job from Scott. 2 retirements so far, that's Ben Hackerson and Ricky Sarpilla. And just another one there, Ben Warren retires with suspension failure, unfortunately for him. They're back to the leaders, as De Vries once again finds himself behind Tapper. but he's going to get a good slipstream down his back straight. And he's surely going to have a look into the chicane. No, he's not close enough though. Or will he? Or is he? No. So he decides to think better of it there. Fiddick just keeping a watching brief still, but he's got to be careful now because right behind him, and I mean right behind him, is Emmanuel Gaxella, who's decided to stay high in this race, and he's up into 5th position, just behind the leaders. But the top 5 covered by 3.7 seconds actually, so it's a very close second race. It's anyone's game at the moment. Cantona doing a good job up front. If he keeps it on the island, he's looking pretty strong for this. My problem with Cantona is De Vries once again hits the wall quite hard. He's going to have to stop doing that, otherwise he's going to do some permanent damage to the car. My problem for Cantona is Fiddick and Gaxella 4th and 5th. If they get past these two, I reckon they're going to close him down pretty quickly. Especially Fiddick, who looks pretty competitive.
He hasn't pulled that much of a gap actually, has he? As Gaxella sets the fastest lap in the 52.3. So maybe you're right, maybe if they could get past, they'd be right with him.
The only problem is the word if, isn't it? I mean, at the moment Fiddick's been behind De Vries about 3 or 4 laps now. He's done nothing about it. Oh, he's got a good run off this corner. This is a good opportunity for Fiddick to go on the inside. De Vries goes defensive. Fiddick decides it's about time to make a move, and he tries it. They make a bit of contact. Gaxella's going to try and take advantage of this. Right, Gaxella's going to get a great run off this corner now. Watch this. Gaxella goes in deep. They get a good drive off the corner, and look at that. He's got a great run now. He's going to get 2 cars in one manoeuvre if he plays his cars right. They all swerving outside Wilson there to try and get the slipstream. But Gaxella now on Fiddick. This is the championship battle. He's going to go for it. He's not giving up on winning this race. Gaxella has got the inside. Fiddick breaks extremely late. That is so late breaking there from Fiddick. But he holds on to his 4th position. He knows he's got to do this if he's got any chance of keeping this championship alive. But Gaxella once again has got to run off the corner, and will have the inside for the chicane if Fiddick chooses not to go defensive, which I'm sure he will. And you can see him slowly creeping over to the left, and he does so. Gaxella trying to go down the outside, but we've seen how late Fiddick was on the brakes, but Gaxella says, I can be even later. And he goes right round the outside, but Fiddick, oh, that's a decisive move from Fiddick there. He is saying, no, you're not coming through there, buddy. And he's got all the right in the world to do so. Still the leaders cover by 3.4 seconds, that's a top 5 by 3.4 seconds, so a great battle up front. Oh, we've still got Cameron Brewster in the background in 6th position, Florian Guy 7th, Hansco Mebius 8th, Mike Bell 9th, and Paul Joseph rounding out the top 10. Mike Bell also done a good job. But Tapper hasn't pulled away from this group like I expected him to. I really thought Tapper would have got after Cantona, but it just doesn't seem he's got the ultimate pace, unless he's saving his tyres. But it'd be interesting to see if Cantona can keep his tyres alive, doing a 52.7 that time round, Gaxella 53.3, so obviously all that battling really slowed him down as Fiddick gets a good run through turn 1 on De Vries, and will have the inside for the next corner. And he makes the move stick, does he? Just, yes, he does. And this is going to get Gaxella. If they have indeed, and Gaxella's going to get run in the background. Gaxella will have the inside if he can launch it down the outside now, which he does. No, he doesn't. He tries to back out of it. I thought he was going to take a aggressive outside pass and have the inside for the next corner, but decided to think better of it. He'll have a great run on his back straight now, as you can see De Vries really is struggling with the tyres, and this is what we saw in race 1. He was competitive for the first half, really dropped off in the second, and Gaxella's got a good run down his back straight now. You have to brake very late though on the outside. We've seen him do this before. You can see Fiddick in front pulling away. Here once again, Gaxella's top speed really hampering him there. Trying to square the corner off, which he's done pretty well actually. He's going to get a good run down his back straight again. Here's Gaxella, but in front you can see Fiddick as well, closing right up on Tapper. Gaxella's the man to watch. Will he have a lunge down the inside of De Vries? No. De Vries breaks really too late, and that's he's locked the rear. That was really too late there from De Vries, and that's not going to help his tyre wear at all. Still in 5th, but he's spun again. And this is going to be and he's hit one of the back markers there.
Wilson.
That's Wilson, yeah. He's still in 5th, is De Vries, but that's not going to do his tyre wear any good at all.
6th and 7th are close as well. Brewster and Gaia, they've caught up, and Gaia's going to go past now on the outside before we get to the tight right-handers, and that's a good move by Florian Gaia, getting better traction out of one of the slower corners.
Yeah, I expect to see Gaia get past. He closed it pretty quickly, as De Vries is all over the place at this moment in time. Actually, so De Vries,
destroyed.
Yeah, his tyres are just completely gone again. So I don't know why he's so aggressive on his tyres compared to everyone else. But look, he's all over the place. He's got suspension damage by the looks of it. Florian Gaia takes through into 5th position now. De Vries, De Vries has gone. And Mebius now moves up into 7th as well. So Mebius also doing a really good job once again for the WCS racing team, and De Vries is out unfortunately. De Vries has now retired.
Yeah. But I think he might have had more than just tyre damage then, because that car did look a bit hard to handle.
It did indeed, yeah. I think the contact with the wall and things like that hadn't really helped him early on, and that's probably not helped his tyre wear. Lewis McGlade having a struggling race down in 16th position. He's behind Matt Clip, who's also fallen backwards. Thomas Jacobs, Terence Gresh, Harry Neyman and Scott Beresford, Paul Joseph, Mike Bell, and Staging up to 8th position actually now, so he's doing a good job for the Wouters Automotive team. The key to this race now though is to see if David Fiddick can close down the gap. He's already got past Tapper. Tapper's trying to come back and go into the chicane, but Fiddick's already got past Tapper. Axella's on the back of him, trying to get through as well. And it won't be long before he gets through, I'm sure. It will be interesting to see now if Fiddick can close down that gap. He's got 4 laps to do it in.
I don't think it's possible. You never know, if the Sky's tyres start to go, then that could be it. But Tapper's coming back now, down on the outside of Fiddick into the corner.
He is indeed. Gaxella's just sat taking a watching brief at the moment now. I expect Fiddick to pull away now. He's got past these straight line sections now. I'd expect him to pull away as Gaxella's trying to make a move on Tapper. And I'm sure he's going to have her going to he's trying to go to the outside and he'll switch it back to the inside, I would have thought. He's lost ground though, hasn't he? A lot of ground there. And that's the sheer straight line speed of Dewey Tapper as Fiddick goes slightly wide there. So this, yeah, you're right, this is really helping Cantonen. If Cantonen can look after his tyres, he could be once again a race 2 winner.
And so could I. And
so could you. Fortunately, we didn't put any money on this bet.
Oh,
because at this moment in time, I'd be standing to lose quite a bit of money. Although I have won a fortune off Liam Jenkins in the past.
Well, yeah, he's not very good at predictions.
Across the line, Cantonen 3.4 seconds the gap, so it was a 52.9. Fiddick did a 53.0. So despite the fact that Fiddick was battling, he only lost 1/10. So let's see if he can get a clear lap and see if he can pull away. Problem is, Tapper's so fast in a straight line. That's the only problem that Fiddick's got. He just can't break the toe at the moment. He'll get a really good run through these few corners. Trying to do, you can see him carrying the speed in there. Gaxella in the background, also trying to make something of this. But Tapper's up once again really close to coming to the back straight, so he'll just do the same thing again. Look, he gets great traction off the corner. He'll get a good slipstream now and he'll just breeze back past him again. So Fiddick's got the problem now. Despite the fact he's got clear air in front of him, he can't use it. And he actually took 4/10 out of the leader on that first sector there, but Tapper's coming back to the outside. This is ruining Fiddick's chances of winning this second race, of making it a double. And Tapper's going to have the inside for the next. Will he assert his authority? He does. He slams it at the inside. Bit of contact there. Fiddick defends his position, but Gaxella in the background's got a great run off that corner. And Gaxella could have both of them here actually if he plays his cards right, because these two are going to be side by side. Gaxella's going to try and go for the inside, is he? He is. He backs out of it because Fiddick goes to the inside. Tapper's going to go around the outside and take second position. Great driving, but Gaxella trying to go through, and they make contact. They bang wheels. Gaxella once again trying to get the cut back. Will he go down the inside? No, he thinks better of it. Fiddick launches to the inside to say, no, you're not coming through. Fiddick is doing everything he possibly can to keep Gaxella behind him.
Not enough though, is it? We only know that Gaxella only has to finish behind him, and maybe he does know that. Maybe that's why he's not taking any risks with him. He only's got to finish one position behind him, and we think he will be champion.
Fiddick's just nearly spun and he's let Gaxella through. Fiddick's just lasted back end massively, trying so hard there to get the power down, and Gaxella's got through, so that would definitely give Gaxella the championship now at this moment in time. And like you say, even if he finished just behind him, it will still give him the championship. I think there's a matter of pride in this, to be honest with Fiddick. I think he just wants to beat Gaxella on track and say, you may be champion, buddy, but I beat you on track today. And we all know he's capable of that. He's done it multiple times in the past. But still, Cantonen leads up front with 2 laps to go and looking very solid in the race lead now. And so is your bet. Tapper in second position, actually looking very solid in second as well now is Dewey Tapper, because the 2 championship protagonists in 3rd and 4th. And this could be the last time we call them both championship protagonists. So let's just enjoy this scrap as it is, because for the rest of the season now it's going to be, if it finishes like it is, Fiddick's so late on the brakes there, but if it finishes like it is, the championship's over and it'll just be racing, you know, for fun basically. But this is the last time these 2 guys, we can call them championship protagonists if it stays like it is.
Yeah, just had confirmation from Dave Carl Smith that the Gaxella will be world champion if it finishes like this now. So that's confirmation there, we know what will happen. Yeah,
and Gaxella's now got a gap as well, pulled away from David Fiddick. I'm sure Fiddick will close up in the braking. Watch him in the braking here, he's so good, look at that. He nearly overtook him, but he's so good under braking, he's David Fiddick. I think if he gets anywhere near the back of Gaxella, which he has done, he's closed up massively through there. I'm sure he'll be having a look into the chicane if he gets half a chance. But can he close up in the slipstream? Yes, he can, slowly but surely. We've seen how good he is on the brakes. Is he going to have a launch? I'm sure he will. And he has done. He's down the inside. In the back end slides, but Gaxella gives him just enough room. But don't forget, Gaxella knows, and as we know, he would still be champion at this moment in time, even if it finished like this with Fiddick in front. So Cantonen's going around the final few corners now. Start his final lap and looking very solid in the lead. I can't see any obstacles getting in his way now for this race win.
Well, if he's going to go to Hawkeye, there'll be one more obstacle.
Yeah. Two torrent cars mainly. But look at the battle. The battle for 8th is unbelievable. We've missed this. The battle for 8th goes down. The battle goes down to 16th position from 8th. This is insane.
I didn't think this was a track you could overtake. I mean, look at that.
There's madness. I don't even know where to start commentating on this, to be honest, because there's just cars everywhere. But I mean, that is just insane. It looks like Mike Bell's just holding the entire pack off. Because
it's a Mike Bell train at the moment.
It is. It's a very large Mike Bell train. We are on the final lap, and let's see what's happening. We've got Cantonans first, Douay Tapper second. Fiddix goes right up now into 3rd position onto the back of Tapper. None of them are going to get near Cantonan though. Fiddick in 3rd, Gexler trying to reach onto the back of Fiddick. Let's just quickly have a look at 8th position, because look at that into turn 1. Look at that into turn 1. That is insane. Oh, and the 4 wide. 4 wide into turn 1. Go careful, Lewis. Go careful, Lewis McGlade. I'm cheering him on here. Come on. There's a good chance. There's a good chance for a 10th position here if he can just get his way through this pipe. But look at that. That is insane. They switch back to lead just to make sure nothing's happening. Fiddick's taking 2nd position off Tapper. Gexler still in 4th position. But I still think that would be enough for Gexler to take the championship. It's a shame that we're on the last lap because his battle for 8th is just unbelievable.
As Tapper and Fiddick go side by side again, but Fiddick maintains his position. There was a point there where Tapper was ahead.
There was indeed. As Cantona's coming around the final few corners, he looks like he's safely in the lead of this race. He's going to take the victory. Kangas get on the podium. Fiddick looks like he's in 2nd now. Tapper still in that 3rd position. Gexler in 4th. We'll just keep an eye on this for a second. Gexler looking like he's trying to make something on these final few corners. As Ascari Cantonan, your bet for this race, comes around the 2nd to last corner.
Yes, indeed.
Going down the 2nd to last corner, he turns down the final corner very wide, but it doesn't matter because he's got a 3.7 second lead and he wins race 2 of the GPWC Formula Challenge Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. And our world champion, I believe, is going across the line now. 4th position, or will it be 3rd? No, it's 4th. 4 seconds off the lead win, but I believe Emmanuel Gexler has just taken the GPWC Formula Challenge World Championship 2013. If we are correct on the maths, I'm sure we'll confirm this for you, but I believe that's the case. Let's quickly go back to 8th position. Mike Bell is holding off an absolute gaggle of cars for 8th position. Here he is, coming around to the 2nd to last corner now. Will Willie Stagan have a go at the inside? No, Mike Bell goes so defensive, look at that. He's going to take 8th position. Mike Bell deserves a medal for holding off that entire queue of cars. Mike Bell takes 8th position with an awesome drive. Lewis just gets 15th across the line. Hertzref down to 16th, but what an awesome race for 8th position.
And Dave says he's 99.9% sure Gexler is the world champion, so congratulations to him. From all of us here.
Indeed, congratulations to Manuel Gexler there for his finish 4th in that race after a strong battle through the field and takes the championship. So commiserations to David Fiddick. I think he did all he could in the second half of the season. He did some really good races lately. And his race 1 today was absolutely awesome. But unfortunately it wasn't enough to stop Gexler taking the title. Yeah, really interesting race 2 there. We had some great battles. It's just a shame the race had to end so soon because that battle for 8th was just awesome. But I'm sure Mike Bell would be very happy that it did end when it did. Because he did so well to hold that queue off.
He's the only one who's glad that it ended when it did, though. It would have been great if we could have had that for a couple more laps.
Yeah, indeed. That is the conclusion of race 2 anyway. Now we'll see if we get any people in for interviews. If not, then we'll leave it at that. But
they're probably scared of us, Lee.
Yeah, I would have thought so, yeah. But race 2, well, most people will be after my pronunciations. But race 2 was very good. Let's have a man of the race for race 2. Who do you reckon?
Man of the race, I'm going to say David Fiddick because that was pretty impressive from him to come back up through there. Not taking anything away from Ascari, of course, but yeah, to come back through there and pass Gexler and obviously Dowie as well in the last lap was pretty impressive stuff. So, what about you?
I'm actually going to go with Cameron Brewster. 6th position, only 18 seconds off the lead. He started from pole position. He had no issues in the race. He just did a nice consistent race pace to take 6th position. 14 seconds ahead of the next car behind. It was Mebius who also did a great job. But Cameron Brewster, I'll give it for 6th position. But well done to and someone's there not very happy with Gexler's driving, actually, to be honest. But yeah, it has been confirmed now. Gexler has a 103 point lead with only 100 remaining. Yep, so Gexler is the champion. Well done to Manuel Gexler. Actually, I think we're overlooking Mike Bell as well, to be honest. I'm going to have to give him a big shout out for holding that queue. Look at that, from 8th position to
Interesting to know how
15th
much he
plus
held it
3
up
seconds.
for.
It was a long time. It was a long, long time.
Get info.
And we do have a few interviews, so we haven't scared everyone off today with our name pronunciations, or mainly my name pronunciations. We have Dave Fiduk. I have pronounced your name wrong throughout the entire season and on this broadcast today. So I apologise for in advance. But I thought I'd do it officially in the commentary booth. So welcome to the booth. Obviously today in race 2 you took a second position, but in race 1 you took a dominant victory. Talk us through your races.
Couldn't believe it, to be honest. Just after a disappointing Indianapolis, you always question yourself. I'm sure you know exactly. Put doubters on your own speed and your own racing techniques, and yeah, I just wanted to bounce back in the best way, to be honest. And been working hard with Florian all week to finalise the setup and get the tyres working in the heat. And we did it well better than everyone else, because that first race, you know, including the mistake on lap 2, lap 1, whenever it was. I still managed to pull a gap, and I wasn't even pushing that hard, to be honest. Saving the tyres for the end of the race in case Gaxella got through. But yeah, it's surprising.
Well, congratulations obviously on that. I mean, we've seen in the past you have a storm in pole position, storm off early on, then lose pace as the race goes on. Obviously I'm not quite sure why that is, but today you do none of that in race 1. You just seem to dominate it. So well done for that. Just secondly, obviously today unfortunately you did you did pretty much confirm that Gaxella will win this championship now, obviously with a 103 point lead, with only 100 remaining. Any words to say to Emmanuel?
Oh man, you know, the best guy won. You know, you can always say ifs and buts and make excuses. You know, I wouldn't hear the first 6 rounds, 3 rounds, 6 races. You know, I was hit off quite a few times, but so was Gaxella, you know. He did the best job all season, and he deserves it. He's a great driver, bloody quick driver, and congratulations to Gaxella, fairly deserved.
Well, that's very, very kind of you to say them words, obviously, to your championship rival. I'm sure Gaxella would echo them comments, and well done to yourself.
You better.
Obviously. Yeah. well done to yourself on obviously the performance you've done this season. And I did mention a few races ago, actually, it was a shame that you didn't get a chance to take part from the very first few races, so I think we could have had a brilliant showdown in this championship.
Yeah, it was annoying. I was asked, but I had other stuff on with family and everything, so it could have been different, but you never know. It's racing, isn't it? So... But yeah, he's done it. All we're focused on now is the constructors. So took a big chunk out of Storm in that title today. So yeah, we'll push on for that.
Indeed, congratulations again. And we're going to have a quick interview with your teammate, actually. Lewis, have you got any questions for Florian?
Just eating a cookie at the moment, Lee. It might be best if you do this one.
That's not a problem. So welcome to the booth, Florian. Obviously, Dave just announcing you as his teammate this race, working very well together to get the setup working. And you had a great race 1 and a solid race 2. Talk us through.
Qualifying was a bit disappointing, to be honest. I was a bit quicker than that, but I got hold up during all the attempts I had. And the last one was quite a lot of pressure to get a car up front. Race 1, I benefited from the battle in front and got through. The P3 was very good for us in the team. Race 2, the start wasn't too bad. Yeah, just got stuck in traffic, but these guys defended very well, so it was hard to get past.
Well, we saw today you were a lot stronger than, let's say, the last few races. Obviously, you joined Simming and turned it with Dave Fiddup. We know how good Dave is as a driver. Has that helped you joining Dave as your teammate? Because we seemed a lot stronger today.
I had the pace in the other races as well, just very unlucky, I think. But yeah, Dave's teammate is just great. Can't wish for something else.
That's excellent. I mean, congratulations on your race 1 podium, obviously, and race 2 was good fun. Some really good scrapping out there as well. Actually, we saw. I think it was race 1 between you and I'm not quite sure who else, but it was like an entire race battle between you. I think it was De Vries. It's just madness out there, the battling. Any issues for you today, or was it nice, clean racing?
It was nice and clean, I think. Yeah, nothing special. All in all, I'm happy with the results.
Well, congratulations. Thank you for coming to the booth for the interview.
Yeah, thank you.
Well done once again to obviously both Simming drivers for their performance today. And Lewis has found the outstanding driver of race 2 with his defensive actions, Mike Bell. Lewis has some questions for you, I believe.
Yeah, hi Mike.
Hello.
That was pretty impressive to watch. How was it for you there?
A lot of fun. I know I don't necessarily have the outright speed to match the guys who were around me. So, and I knew I can defend quite well on these things, as shown from Catalonia earlier in the season. But I just thought, you know what, I'll just try and defend, see how well it goes. And a few people got past me really quick, like Canton and Tapper. They just paced me straight past, but managed to keep a few people behind me and ended up having quite a close battle till the end, which is always fun.
Well, we must thank you for it, because there was moments where everyone was 4 wide into turn 1 behind you, so that was fantastic to watch.
I saw a lot of interesting action in the rearview mirror as well.
Yeah, I'm sure you did. Looking forward to the last couple of races, obviously. Have you got any targets? Are you just going to try and remain top 10, or try and move further a bit forward?
Any form of points. I mean, I haven't, until today, I hadn't scored points since Spa, so my aim today was just points. And to get a top 10 was very, very good for me. I don't expect to get points because, again, I know I'm not as fast as some of the other drivers who are around the top 15 area, but let's see how it goes. As long as I don't get caught up in any incidents, points are not that far away.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much, and well done on your impressive performance today. Lee, I'll hand back over to you.
Yeah, thank you again, Mike, for that for causing that train in race 2. It was really good fun. you caused that. But also in the booth, we've got one of our GPVWC commentators and one of the best commentators around, actually, Simon Smith, in the booth with us. Welcome, Simon. And how did your race go today?
Need we say any more? It was a bit of a shocker, really. Yeah, I can't really say that I got on very well with the track. I do love the track, but I just could not drive it in this particular car for Toffee at all. So it was a bit of a drama. Race 1 was pummeled around on lap 1, and then the car was just shoddy. Race 2, I thought I was going to be quite marginal on tyres, where I'd completely done it wrong on race 1. So really my call out is to, if anyone can kind of help me out to make tyres last the race. It's a bit disappointing, even if I'm battling for 23rd, to then have to pit at the end. And then this time round, I was like, I'm not doing it again. And as a result, both front tyres popped on what was essentially the last lap. So I do apologise if I was a mobile chicane, but yes, I was determined to get that sodding thing home regardless.
Well, we obviously appreciate trying, let's say, but I did obviously mention that in the broadcast as well. I think Lewis, your teammate, messaged me asking about tyre wear in race 2, saying you were struggling with it or something.
Yeah,
I did send him a few advice, but it was obviously hard to work that out. But it's a shame. Shame, obviously, for you to lose your front tyres, but you weren't the only one. There was quite a few cars out there today. One of the biggest losers we saw was De Vries in race 1. He went from about 6th to 15th or something like that because his tyres bust on the last lap. So it was by no means you're alone in that tyre wear issue. But apart from that, do you have any good battles today, or anything that you worth mentioning?
Yeah, I just want to say thank you to Floria Callin, because I was having a right ding-dong, which probably didn't help the tyres at all, albeit down for 23rd, 24th positions. But I think, although we're not fighting up at the front, there's some fantastic racers that are really aware of where their cars are and where their opponents are. And sometimes when you've got the faster guys recovering and coming through, they kind of barge through, and you accept that to some degree because you know they're on a different level. And it was fantastic to have someone who was willing to battle when we were swapping around positions a couple of times a lap. So yeah, big thanks to Florian. Great racing, thank you.
Oh, very nice. Obviously, well done to the Backmarker Brigade team on that race, because you were pretty competitive actually in that race. Your teammate Lewis doing a good job, as we mentioned quite often in the broadcast. So well done on that, and I guess you'll be back in the commentators booth not tomorrow, but Thursday night possibly.
Yeah, how are you feeling for that one?
Let's just leave it there. Actually, I think Lewis couldn't fill me in on that one.
So good luck.
Yeah, thank you very much. And
swapping places.
indeed, hopefully you'll be interviewing me on the podium on Thursday. I doubt it very much.
Curse
So,
now.
yeah, well,
I'll have something to say about that.
yeah, well, I'm sure you will, as we usually end up battling each other. So, but anyway, that's us pretty much done for tonight. Obviously, I've got to thank Lewis for helping me out in the commentary as well as the cameras. Thank you to anyone who's tuned in and watched us and stuck with us throughout the entire race. Obviously, I hope you enjoyed the broadcast. It was great fun in both races tonight. Really enjoyed that. Thank you to everyone who's come up for the interview. Thank you to everyone who's made this possible. Dave Carsmith, Chris Williamson, the admins, and everyone else who's involved. Thank you very much, and good night.